Botaji. It's about 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and I'm walking up a long hill from my neighborhood, Baja, down by the beachfront, up to the Avenida 7 de Septiembre, which is like Salvador's old town. And as I climb the hill, I have a beautiful view of the Bay of All Saints, a Bahia de Todos Santos. It's absolutely gorgeous. Salvador is a delight to go for a walk. So come join me today. And even though Salvador is often characterized as a poor and violent city, it also has wealth. Right below there is the Yacht Club of Bahia, very exclusive and expensive place to eat and to launch your yacht. You will find both extremes of wealth and poverty here in Salvador and also in all parts of Brazil. I'm now in what is called the English Cemetery. It's a 19th century cemetery where Europeans, primarily British people, were buried. It's right here, overlooking the Bay of All Saints. It's quite beautiful, and it's interesting. I've always liked graveyards and reading tombstones. Maybe I'm morbid, I don't know, but I find it very interesting, and especially this little tiny patch of England here in Salvador, Bahia, Brazil. It certainly feels, if you squint and don't notice the tropical plants, palm trees, and tropical birds singing, you could imagine yourself in England. Let's see, look at this rather ornate. Born 1803, died 1887. A British merchant resident in the city for a period of 68 years. Oh, it's getting darker down at this end of the cemetery. Quite moody and evocative of the 19th century. Archibald McNair, for many years merchant of this city, born 1848, died 1896, erected by a few friends. Oh, here's someone from California, huh? In memory of Ethel Rambo, wife of Stafford Rambo, born in Sparta, Georgia, USA. 1872, died 1895. A devoted wife, a loving mother, and a devout Christian. Well, Ethel, how did you end up in Salvador for eternity? I've passed this cemetery countless times while walking up and down this hill from Baja neighborhood to the center of the city and the colonial neighborhood, the Pelourinho. But this is the very first time I've ever stopped in here. I've always wanted to, but either it's been closed or the gate has been closed or something like that. But anyway, I'm in here today, and I'm giving you a look as I have my first look up this cemetery. Quite nice. I think this will be a very nice location to be buried for eternity. Look at that beautiful view of the bay. Very nice. Wouldn't mind ending up here myself. This avenue that we're walking along the bay is very wealthy. You have to have a lot of money to live in one of these high-rise apartment buildings because you have these fabulous views of the Bay of All Saints. So I am unlikely to ever live on this street, on this in this area, but it's always nice to take a walk up here. And I get to the top of the hill and I'm rewarded with this beautiful colonial era church in the Portuguese style. There's always a reward around every corner in Salvador. I just wanted to clarify one thing. Some of you may wonder how, as a low-income senior citizen, have I been able to spend so much of my life traveling abroad. And so I just wanted to clarify that. Up until my mid-40s, my modus operandi was to work, save, quit my job, and then go off for long trips. Come back and repeat over and over and over again. And then when I was 40, mid-40s, an elderly relative passed away and left me an inheritance, as is been known to happen when one reaches middle age or older. Family members die and leave behind. And so that kind of changed my life. I had always been a traveler, but this inheritance put my traveling into overdrive, shall we say. And I didn't run off to Las Vegas and gamble it all away, and I did not buy 5 Ferraris. No, I made it last 20 years. And I spent those 20 years traveling around the world, and I have no regrets. But I did spend every last penny. Yep, I think it was around 2018 that I got down to my last cent. But my best friend in San Francisco rescued me, opened up an Airbnb in my his big Victorian flat, and I ran it. Did that until COVID hit. And then my new reality was that I was a senior citizen and my only source of income was Social Security. But that was not going to stop me. San Francisco, of course, was proving to be way, way, way out of my, shall we say, financial range. But, you know, the world is big. And there's something like 200 countries in the world. And so I decided to move, or I should say, move back to a place that I love, that I had spent many years in, and where I have family by marriage, to Brazil, Salvador, Bahia, Brazil, where I am right now. And so I just wanted to clarify, in case anybody is wondering, you know, how did I do all of that traveling, all of those years? And am I here in Salvador now simply because I'm poor and can no longer afford to live in my place of birth, New York City, or in my longtime hometown, San Francisco? No, I'm here by choice. And even if I had tons of money, I would still be here in Salvador. And if someday I get tired of Salvador, there are a million other places around the world, in Latin America, in Africa, in Southeast Asia, Eastern Europe, that I would love to try and explore and live in. So that just gives you a little more idea of who I am and where I'm coming from. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed our little walk up the hill, and I'll see you next time. Beijo, ciao.